What? Alright, okay. Yeah, night. Golden Bennett. Go on, put that on the side and get to bed. Amy? Amy? Turn your laptop, yeah. Night. Kids, eh? Why does this keep going like that? Quality 1080p. There we go. Right.
The door was locked. Looking through the window, I could see that there was nothing in the van. Hobbs must have taken the portfolio inside.
Interact.
It was Hobbs's mailbox. There was a note hanging out. For a second, I debated the morality of mail snooping. It was a short debate, and I won.
That's better. Okay, so what was the letter then?
I decided to open the letter. Dear Mr. Hobbs, due to previous incidents, we are writing to inform you that we will no longer be sending models to your address. It went on to discuss Hobbs's temper and other alleged infractions, some of which still carry the death sentence in certain less sophisticated cultures. Interesting. This could come in useful.
Okay.
I don't think there's anyone home.
There's a light on upstairs.
How? Okay, Nico just like glitched from behind the van to the front door. Oh, hello.
I wouldn't have been able to break the chain. Or the padlock.
Oh, okay. Let's do what we were going to do then. Oh, still open.
I decided to leave the handbrake alone. Not a sound. The horn wasn't working. Slasha! I popped open the van's hood.
Pop. Let's have a look in the bonnet then, shall we?
The engine was held together by rust and dirt. Everything was covered in a sticky film of dirty black oil. Half the
Lovely.
wiring wasn't connected to anything. It was clear why the horn hadn't made a noise. Neither horn pipe was connected to either the battery or the cab. That was never going to happen. It was one of two horns in the van. It didn't seem...
Okay. So there must be something.
That would be pointless. A bundle of wires came into the engine bay from the dashboard. Many of the wires seemed to lead nowhere. It was the van's engine. I didn't...
Right, hang on. Right. What should I do? Right, you need to wire up the two horns, the battery and the wiring loom. Shame you don't have that piece of wire still from Secure. Look around the courtyard. Okay.
The large dumpster was full of garbage.
Junk.
Piles of junk, mostly boxes of old paints and scraps of picture frames. Mixed in were wires, cardboard, and some dubious-looking old clothes. George Stobart.
Ah, Monsieur Stobart. I trust you have obeyed my instructions not to leave Paris.
Of course, Inspector.
Good. You clearly know which side your cookie is buttered. Now, I require your presence tomorrow at the murder scene for a reconstruction.
I see.
12 o'clock sharp, monsieur. Or, as you would say, high noon.
Sure.
Any failure to comply, and I shall have you extraordinarily rendered. Have a nice day now.
And you. That was Nave. We're required back at the gallery tomorrow for a crime scene reconstruction.
Let me guess. Non-attendance is a criminal offense?
You got it. I had found just what I needed.
Couple of wires.
Of wire.
Okay. Oh.
The engine bay was a mess.
Okay, so horn.
I used the wire to join the battery to the horn. The horn wasn't working.
Right, what have I done then? Right, I've got two wires out. Right. You will need to wire the horns to each other. Wire one horn to dashboard, wire loom and wire... Right, okay. No, over here. So...
That was never going to work. That would be pointless.
Right, hang on then. Hang on, can I...
Well, that didn't work.
Right, okay.
That wouldn't have worked.
Hold on. Right. Use the nail clippers on the wires to create two smaller ones.
I snipped the wire in half. I'd already cut one wire in half.
Right, okay, so... if one goes there...
The wire was just long enough to connect the battery to the horn.
Okay. Try that one. I know I'm using the hints on this. Right.
The horn was...
Ah! Right.
I needed a better idea. There was already a wire connected to that terminal.
Ah, what about the one at the top there?
I connected the wires from the cab to the horn. Everything was wired
Aha!
up. The horn had power. Nico?
What's up?
The lights are on, but nobody's answering.
Maybe they can't hear you knocking. We could try some other way of attracting their attention.
Let's try the horn now then, shall we?
I decided to leave the... I figured that should get Hobbs' attention.
Nice!
All right, hold your blooming horses. What are you up to with my van?
Hello there. We fixed your horn.
So I hear. Now what are you doing in my yard?
Sorry to bother you again, Mr. Hobbs, but...
Excuse me?
That could have gone better.
He's not exactly the friendliest of characters.
I decided to give it another blast.
For crying out loud, will you leave my van alone?
No!
Sorry, just need a quick word, Mr. Hobbs. Hello there. We'd like to discuss some restoration work with you.
Then make an appointment. I'm busy.
This Hobbs guy doesn't exactly like visitors.
There must be some angle we can use to talk our way inside.
I decided to give...
You two again? What is it this time?
Mr. Hobbs, do you mind if we ask you a few questions?
Yes.
Yes, you will answer a few questions?
Yes, I do mind. Clear?
Not really.
Good. Now get lost.
There's a pigeon up there.
This is crazy.
We need a good cover story.
I've tried drain pipes in the past.
Climbing drain pipes was something I preferred to avoid. Unless I had a great reason to do so.
Let's try the horn again.
I decided to...
What now?
Afternoon, Mr. Hobbs. We're from the model agency.
About blooming time. I'm on a deadline. You better come up.
Aha! That worked.
About time you two showed up.
Hello, Mr. Hobbs. I was just wondering if...
Can it, Goldilocks? I don't have time for chit-chat. Just get undressed behind that screen.
Undressed?
That was the deal. An extra 20 quid because I need you with your kit off.
The studio was freezing.
And as for you, darling, no need to get undressed. I've got a vivid imagination, so I'll just use that. Either way, just go sit over there on that rug and give me your best belly pock floozy. That's perfect. Just hold it there.
Nico made for a good distraction. I just needed to figure out how to get a look inside that portfolio.
Hey!
What?
Leave that dial alone. The heating gobbles up all the power and the circuits can't take it.
Sorry. I turned the thermostat down again. I wasn't going to mess around with that wiring.
Oh, you! Get down from there, it's private.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Wow, an old Bofson Wang stereo. I hadn't seen one of those for years.
No, I can play it on here because the fan doesn't make a noise anyway. Uh-huh. You coming down to do a workout then, are you?
No, I've done my bit for the day. Don't overdo it too much. What?
I turned the volume up a few notches. I turned the volume down again. I turned the volume up a few notches.
Hey!
Oh.
I've told you.
A record was stuck.
My, if it isn't George Stobart.
Lady Piermont. Oh my. You're...
Naked? Of course. As an artist's muse, one often finds oneself on the lotus. Now, George, don't be shy. Come here and give me a big hug.
That day was the day the nightmares had begun. Trapped, smothered, choking on lavender.
George, darling,
Love you.
pass me my robe. It's terribly cold in here.
Oi! What are you doing with a blooming robe on?
Lady Piermont.
God
Yes.
help me, but you're supposed to be naked. I've got a deadline to meet.
Well, you won't be meeting any deadlines with
Yes.
manners like that. And besides, it's freezing in
That's
here.
when I first meet her in the first one. It's the hello, George. That's Lady.
Lady Piermont and I had met before. She was larger than life.
A very posh,
In
flamboyant
every way.
woman. let's have a look. Piermont. So, Lady Piermont first appeared in Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. She claimed an impeccable lineage in that my blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, and she's not afraid to flaunt it. One thing is certain, she can always be relied upon in a tight spot.
Lady Piermont.
Oh, George, be a darling and sort the heating out in here.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm going to turn that stereo off. Thank you.
Hobbs had loosely sketched a young couple and an elderly lady sitting next to an overturned picnic basket. The three characters were naked. Behind them, two men in suits were chatting. Excuse me, Mr. Hobbs.
Oh, what do you want? You're supposed to be sprawled naked on that rug with the family jewels out.
Yeah, well, about that. Could I just ask you a couple of questions first?
Blow me. A model who's shy and chatty. It must be my birthday.
Lady Piermont was wondering if you could turn the heating up. It's very cold in here.
Oh, is that so? Well, tell Her Majesty that the heating stays off. The wiring in this place can't take the load.
Yeah, about this naked sprawling...
Oh, what's up? Afraid of the shrinking effects of a cold warehouse?
No, it's just...
First time? A little embarrassed? Well, if it helps, we can all get naked.
No, definitely not.
Well then, what are you waiting for? Let the monkey see the nuts.
We had a saying in the Stobart family. If a job's worth doing, then do it with your pants on. I hear you did the restoration of that painting that got stolen recently in Paris?
I might have. It's a fine piece. You can smell the pain in every brushstroke.
Do you know a Russian called Medovsky?
You know Medovsky?
Everyone in the London art scene knows Medovsky.
And everyone in the London art scene who likes their kneecaps knows when to keep their trap shut.
Excuse me, Mr. Hobbs.
Yet, Mr. Hobbs.
What now?
I have a letter for you, Mr. Hobbs.
From the model agency? Bane in my life, models. Speaking of which, why have you still got your clothes on?
How about a top-up, Mr. Hobbs?
Oh, don't mind if I do.
It was the same folder that Medovsky had taken from his cupboard. It was the only lead to the painting we had. I needed to look inside. But Hobbs was watching it like a hawk.
Hi, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, sorry. I was just going to take a look at some of your pictures. You're very good.
I know, and that portfolio is private. I'm not paying you to gawp around my studio. Get your blooming clothes off.
Sorry.
Right, so... how can I use her to help me get the portfolio? Okay. Must be a way then.
George, sweet.
Oh, excuse me.
Wary of any more life-changing surprises, I decided against exploring behind the screen.
Okay, so... bottles...
A variety of liquor bottles, all empty. I didn't need to sit. It was time for action. A well-worn stool sat in the corner. The fuse box was emitting a sinister buzzing sound. It should have been condemned years ago.
What have I got in here?
That wouldn't make any sense.
Okay,
Oi, Yank! I can hear you on those stairs again. Get down.
Sorry.
Oh, hang on.
If I was going to take a look up there, I'd have to do...
Do the stereo again.
I turned the volume down.
No.
I turned the volume up a few notches.
Right. Right, that sorted the creek out.
Hey, stop meddling with that. The power's...
Blowing the power would certainly have distracted Hobbs, but the elevator alone wasn't going to trip the whole system.
George, sweetheart.
I only had a few matches. It was locked.
Right, so tried to talk to her, but she... Right. So I've done that, done the lift, right, the phone's interact with it. But I have done.
Hey! I've told you, don't mess with that thermostat.
Sorry, but Lady Piermont is cold. I thought...
Look, pal, I know it's brass knuckles in here, but the wiring in this building is ancient, and the fuse box won't take it. Her Majesty will just have to get used to chapel hat pegs.
Lady Piermont, Mr. Hobbs won't let me turn up the heater.
Well, we'll soon see about that.
Oh, crumbs.
If you do not adjust the heating, I shall refuse to cooperate.
Lady Piermont, it's the circuits. They won't take the strain. You know what old buildings are like.
In which case, I see no reason for this session to continue.
Whoa, Lady Piermont, let's not be too hasty. I'm sure I can accommodate your needs.
Good. Perhaps you can start by letting George here turn up the heating.
Oh, go ahead then, but be careful. The power in here is temperamental.
I turned the thermostat up as far as it would go. I wondered if the suspicious wiring could be used to my advantage.
He's getting drunk.
How about a top-up, Mr. Hobbs?
That's smashing. Far away.
A word, if I may, Lady Piermont.
For you, George, I'm all ears. How can I help?
How did you come to be working with Mr. Hobbs?
Wheresoever a bohemian needs a helping hand, George, mine is always at the ready. And what better way to help than to expose one's flesh to the sensuous brushstrokes of such a talent?
So what have you been up to since our last encounter, Lady Piermont?
Charity work, dear boy.
Oh, any particular kind?
Young men, George. So many have lost their way. I try to guide them best I can.
Do you know anything about a stolen painting called La Maledicción?
Oh, is this another of your adventures, George? How delicious. My heart's a tremor, George. Do you think Wilf is mixed up with this?
Maybe, but I need you to act normally until we're sure.
Mum's the word, Georgie.
Can you keep a secret, Lady Piermont?
I am the very soul of discretion, as you know.
You see that portfolio by Hobbs's table? We need to take a peek inside.
Be still, my beating heart. Just give me the nod and I'm putty in your hands.
Lady Piermont, we need your help.
How thrilling! What do you need? Subterfuge? Leisure domain?
Actually, I just need you to step on that lift behind you.
Oh, but of course. Is this good, George, darling?
Oh, excuse me.
Perfect. Now, just stay right there.
It was locked. I wondered what was behind the door. I decided to wait until Hobbs was painting again. That would annoy him the most. Now was my chance. It was one of Hobbs' sketches. Well, it wasn't La Maledicción, but it did appear to be a study for an element of the painting. The Ouroboros.
Oh.
There was something different about the image in the center. I figured the sketch might come in handy, so I took it.
What the heck are you doing with those? They're private papers.
Huh?
Well, that was fun. Just like when you were a private dick, George.
So, you're not models?
No, Mr. Hobbs.
Well, you can't be a copper. You're not stupid enough. So what the blazes are you doing in my studio?
We're investigating the theft of La Malediccio.
I told you I just restored it. That's what I do. Restore paintings.
And these sketches?
Studies done during the restoration. Nothing more. I've got naught to do with what happened after that painting left this studio. How was I to know it was going to get Henri killed?
Hang on a second. How do you know Henri's dead?
Look, he and I went back a long way. The Lézard Bleu was on the ropes, so I got the painting into his exhibition. Nothing like this was supposed to happen.
We're not accusing you of anything, Mr. Hobbs. We just want to get to the bottom of this.
I get that, and I'll help you however I can, but this mess is way above my pay grade.
How come you needed to make so many sketches of the painting to restore it?
Restoration's not about throwing a load of paint around. It takes research. The surf is a complicated painting. A lot of subtext, a lot of symbols.
Why would anyone want to steal La Malediccio? It's not exactly a famous painting.
True, but there is something special about it that's hard to describe. There's conviction in every brushstroke. Whoever El Serp was, he had a tale to tell. The symbolism is deeply religious.
We have reason to believe that Medovsky is mixed up in the theft of La Malediccio.
Eh? What would he gain from stealing his own painting?
We have strong evidence that Medovsky is not the real owner.
He'll have a hard time proving that. Medovsky has a full set of provenances for the painting. It traces its legitimate ownership all the way back to the painter.
Why didn't Medovsky mention it?
Because they're not with him. Henri's got them. Or had them.
And Henri is dead.
So ask his partner.
Lane?
Lane, yeah, Lane. Look, pal, you're wasting your time looking for conspiracies here. And you're wasting my time if you're not actually going to get naked. Go get the provenance from Lane, and everything will turn out hunky-dory.
But it also puts Marquez's story into question.
Not my problem, darling. Now both of you, get lost. I've got a painting to finish.
And we have a critic to interrogate.
Someone's lying, but who?
Is it the gangster or the old Spaniard?
The painter or the art critic?
I need to head back for Nave's reconstruction.
What about the evidence from Medovsky's house? Will you give it to Nave?
I think I should. And I can put the squeeze on Lane. Ask him about the provenance.
Good. I've got lunch with Ronnie tomorrow. This story is hurting up, and I want to make sure he keeps me on it.
Taxi? Here I was again at the crime scene. Inside the gallery, I could see lots of activity. Nave preparing for the reconstruction, no doubt. Nico and I had a good idea who the killer was. Now all we had to do was persuade Nave.
Sir, I already tried starting it up. I think it's broken.
Nonsense, Moo. This machine has the power of 10 investigators.
But investigators never fail to start up, sir.
Your pessimism is duly noted, Moo. But have faith. This machine will analyze the scene, compute the data, and deduce everything for us. The location of the second shooter will be a mystery no more. One moment.
A marvel indeed, sir. Though at the moment it is kaput.
Your pessimism has obviously infected the circuitry, Moo. Let me think for a moment.
If I could just...
Shh. Eh bien, Moo, now try realigning the laser matrix.
Sir, I have no idea what that is.
Move over, Moo. Now, let me see. Oscillating reverberator. Check. Refraction spectrometer. Check. Now, what do you do? Ah, Monsieur Stobart, it's only you. Glad you could finally make it.
Inspector, I've got some good news and some bad news.
Oh, yes? I shall be the judge of that.
I think I know who the killer is.
Really?
Yep, he's a gardener called Shears living in London.
Fascinating. And the good news?
We don't need to do your reconstruction.
You joke with me, Monsieur Stobart.
It's not a joke. This guy Shears was working for a Russian ex-mobster. It's all part of a highly complex fraud.
Gardeners, KGB, fraud. You are fantasist, monsieur. And I have no time for fantasy. Reality is my suitcase, as you Americans say. Now, stand over there and keep out of trouble until the others arrive.
Well, who are we waiting for?
Mademoiselle Collard and Father Simeon. Please, I am very busy. Ah, Moo, a clever choice. But no cigar for you. Try the red.
Mon Dieu!
Lane.
Stobart.
What's the deal with that device over there?
It's a farce. They've been trying to get it working for hours.
Looks like something out of a 50s sci-fi movie.
It probably is.
What do you think of Nave?
The man is a buffoon. I have better things to do than wait for these idiots to get their forensic whatnot to work. The only silver lining is that Nave seems more annoyed than I am.
What do you think of Mood?
Who?
The policeman with Nave.
I assume he's another idiot.
Why's that?
I believe one can tell a man by the company he keeps.
I'll bear that in mind, Mr. Lane. I gather you're the man to ask about the provenance for the painting.
For La Malediccio? Well, you have been busy, haven't you, Stobart?
I'd like to see it.
So speak to Bijou. She took care of the business side of the gallery. The provenance is in the office safe. She has the key.
Lane was a pushover when you had him cornered. Though it looked like Bijou hadn't been completely honest with me after all. I needed to pay her another visit. Okay, thanks.
Yes.
Sir, I think we are ready to fire her up.
Yes, Moo, I was just about to say the same thing. Do it. Moo, what have you done?
Pardon me, sir, but I believe it was you who said...
This is no time for blame. You have broken the machine.
Mon Dieu.
Stobart. Monsieur Stobart, you will not leave until this is over. Understood?
But I just need to...
This is a reconstruction. You will remain here until I have concluded my investigations. Do I make myself clear?
Okay, clear. I considered making a run for it, but forcing Moo to chase me would have been cruel. And it would have been silly to risk my investigation. Better to play along with Nave and get the reconstruction over as quickly as possible. Hello, Mr. Rickenbacker?
You better have some good news, Stobart.
I absolutely do.
Go on, then. Impress me.
I went to visit Medovsky, the owner of the painting, and Vera's security.
Go on.
I found some paperwork that proves Medovsky stole his own painting.
Great work. But we're gonna need more. You have to find the painting.
The artist restoring the painting claims there's a provenance that proves Medovsky is the owner.
Why do I sense some doubt here?
Take one guess who signed off on it.
I give up.
Hector Lane, the art critic responsible for the exhibition.
Oh, this gets better and better. Go and speak to Lane. Get a look-see at that provenance yourself.
I spoke with Lane. He says the provenance for the painting is in the gallery safe.
Good work, Stobart.
Apparently, Bijou has the key. Though, when I talked to her earlier, she said she wasn't involved with the gallery.
You need to take a look at that provenance.
I'm gonna go find out why she lied.
Get round there, Stobart. See if you can get the key to the safe, too.
Monsieur Stobart, please remain within the main gallery.
Hobbs had sketched the Ouroboros from La Malediccio, but I didn't remember seeing that face. The Ouroboros was definitely a copy of the one from La Malediccio, but in its center was a face, while the painting in the gallery had shown a tree. Hobbs had either taken some license with the sketch, or he'd found something hidden in the painting. Excuse me.
Please, monsieur, I'm a little busy.
Inspector Nave. What seems to be the problem?
Monsieur Stobart, if Paris' finest cannot get this very expensive and very complex machine to work, then I doubt if an insurance salesman can.
I'm an insurance assessor, actually.
Oh, I see. Well, la-di-da to you, monsieur.
Oh, yeah? Well, la-di-da to you back.
Whatever. You are neither qualified nor clever enough to operate such an instrument.
Like us.
What was that, Moo?
I said, unlike us, sir.
Have you been a detective long?
Long enough, monsieur?
You've solved a lot of crimes, I guess.
More than you have had hot dinners.
Well, I've had a lot of hot dinners, Inspector.
Oh, yes? How many?
What?
Precisely how many hot dinners have you had, monsieur?
I don't know. Thousands?
You prove my point for me, monsieur. Precision and accuracy are everything.
You truly are a unique and amazing man, Inspector Nave.
Well, I'm glad you are impressed.
I was sure I could get the machine to work if I could just get Nave out of the way. I didn't need to call the garage. It was pointless trying to get a closer look at the machine while Navet and Moo were tinkering with it. Inspector Navet. I know this sounds obvious, but are you sure it's plugged in?
Monsieur Stobart, do you really think I would be so stupid as to not check the fundamentals?
We all make mistakes.
What a ridiculous generalization, monsieur. Look, I can see from here it's... Ah.
Do you need assistance, sir?
Very funny. One moment.
That got rid of him. Now is my chance. I was going to have to figure that out quickly.
Haha! Bingo!
Time to get the show on the road.
Yay me.
See, Moo? I knew I would get it working.
I'm not sure that you...
Precisely. You knew my superior intellect would win through in the end.
Yes, sir. Sir, I beg your pardon, but I think there is a teeny snag.
Go on.
We have no victim.
Good God, Moo. Are you suggesting I kill someone for the sake of this reenactment?
No, sir. Just saying we need a body, sir.
Ah, yes. I see. You'll make a detective yet, Moo. I, of course, foresaw this, and I nominate... you.
Me? Well, I'm not dead.
Have you ever acted, Monsieur Stobart?
Well, I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but I went down a storm playing the lead in Cat on a Felt-Tip Roof last summer.
Oh. You played the cat?
No.
So, not the lead. Half-truths again, monsieur. Nevertheless, here is your chance to play a real lead role.
But he looks nothing like the victim, sir.
Oh, damn it, Moo. Must you find problems all the time? Let me think of a way to make this work.
Relying on Nave's problem-solving skills could mean a long, long wait. I had to find something to make me more like Henri. I'll have a look around. Maybe I'll find something.
Yes, you do that. Verisimilitude is the key, Stobart. Ah, you have arrived at last. Please, make yourselves comfortable. We are just making some last-minute adjustments.
Father Simeon, Nico.
Hi, Josh.
Welcome to the asylum.
Let me guess. Nave is overjoyed we've solved the case and he's putting us up for an award.
Not quite. I told him about Shears and Medovsky. He says it's fantasy.
But that's crazy.
Tell me about it.
So what do we do now?
Carry on anyway, and nail Medovsky.
What about Nave?
Ignore him.
And this charade?
The reconstruction? Well, sooner it starts, sooner it's over.
Josh, what on earth is that machine?
It's Nave's baby. Supposedly, it's going to analyze the crime scene and tell us what happened.
But we already know what happened.
Sure we do. But Nave doesn't.
Quiet, please! How can I concentrate with all this racket going on?
Lane was right. Nave was an idiot. Hey, Nico, what's new?
Not much since we last spoke, George.
Hello, Father.
Mr. Stobart, will this take long?
I'm not sure. Nave appears to be struggling with the machine.
I'll pray for some divine intervention, then.
Yeah, if you think that'll help.
The Lord is always listening, George.
The best place to find Henri's things was in his office. Some of the stuff must have been collecting dust since the 70s. Yeah, it was certainly nothing of any use. The desk was covered with Henri's junk, and none of it was of any use. Henri's guitar. Poor man would never play it again. It was a statue of Henri. On the head of the statue was a pair of Henri's glasses. Maybe, just maybe, the glasses would make me look like Henri. It was a statue of Henri bearing almost everything. A strategically placed fig leaf protected his modesty. It was a statue of... I've found Henri's glasses.
Stole or found? Never mind. That might just do it. Come on, everyone, into position. I want everyone to stand precisely where they were when the victim died.
This process is ridiculous.
God moves in mysterious ways, Father.
Indeed. And the devil makes work for idle hands, Mr. Stobart.
Hmm. Nothing, though.
Stobart, you are supposed to be dead. Please be dead more quietly.
Huh?
I tried to tell Nave the truth about
Oh,
his
are they?
bloodstain.
Didn't he believe you? You're a man of God.
His faith is in science, Mr. Stobart, not God.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad we're getting one, because some of the Nintendo games are great.
Father?
But if they ever release an actual updated version, a proper
Yes,
updated
my
one,
son.
we got something there to trade in.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, yeah?
Yeah.
Monsieur Stubble,
Yes, Inspector?
you are fiddling.
I just wanted to show Father Simeon.
Well,
Sure,
don't.
stubble.
You are supposed to be dead. The dead do not move. They do not talk. And they certainly do not fiddle. So, please, stay in character. Important science is occurring.
Nave wasn't going to let me show the priest anything, but that wouldn't stop me talking to him. You keep talking about the Gnostics. Who are they?
They are a cult, a warped branch of Christianity that reveres Lucifer as equal to, or perhaps greater than, God.
I can see how that might trouble the Vatican.
The Vatican is the least of your worries. Please be quiet!
Last time we met, you said the stolen painting was evil.
For us, it's not
Let
true
me
for us.
explain.
For
I'm a
us, it's like,
Dominican,
we're
Mr.
talking about
Stobart.
switch, it doesn't matter.
The Dominican
Yeah.
order was founded to seek out and destroy heresy.
Why?
Because heresy is evil.
But apart from that,
Okay.
there's nothing else.
For 1,000 years we have fought against heresy.
Yeah.
Indeed, our enemies gave us a nickname, the Hounds of God. Dominicanus.
Yeah.
Dominican. You see?
Very clever.
Now this painting,
You know what I mean?
the Benedictio, is without doubt heretical.
Whoa, hold on. How can a painting be heretical?
Because it is filled with Gnostic imagery. And Gnostics are heretics.
What kind of imagery?
Evil imagery. The Ouroboros, the snake eating its tail. Images of false saints, heretical saints.
So you think the painting itself is evil?
It trails murder in its wake, Mr. Stobart.
And murder is police work, monsieur. Silence, please, both of you.
The Ouroboros. What exactly is it?
It is a Gnostic symbol. It marks something that is hidden. There are trees illustrated within the Ouroboros. They symbolize knowledge. So the Ouroboros alludes to hidden knowledge. The painting must be destroyed to stop this knowledge being revealed.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That is the first set of results completed. Only 36 more to do. Please remain in position while we reset the machine. You may relax and talk amongst yourselves.
Who are these false saints?
Gnostic saints, not beatified by the Church. They question orthodoxy, lure the unwary down dark paths of forbidden knowledge, and condemn innocent souls to the fires of damnation.
You mean like a Black Sabbath album? Do you think the machine will give the inspector some insight into Henri's murder?
He will find the answers he seeks, but he asks the wrong questions. This was no ordinary murder. Vade retro satana.
What's the matter?
It is worse than I thought.
What is it? It's just a sketch.
Not just a sketch. The painting.
I wondered if it was something I'd said.
I have to get out of here. Now.
Father Simeon, I forbid you to leave. This is an official investigation.
Don't you understand? The great evil is upon us. The painting is evil. The heretical Gnostics in league with the devil himself.
The devil?
Don't you understand? The tabula veritatis, the tablet of truth. It is real.
Well, well, someone is upset. Pressing your witnesses a little too hard, Inspector Nether.
And you are? This is official police business?
Richard Langham, Interpol, serious art theft. We spoke on the phone, Inspector?
Ah, yes, sir. You didn't say you would be attending my crime scene.
What exactly is this machine, Inspector?
A little invention of mine, Monsieur Langham. It will compute whose blood this is on the floor, and...
Not to worry, Inspector. Perhaps you could move aside? I'm intrigued to see what you're up to.
Ah, of course. It is rather groundbreaking.
Pizza box. It looks like your suspect was a Hawaiian, Inspector.
A Hawaiian? Mon Dieu. Moo! Get on to the Hawaiian embassy straight away. There is a surf killer on the loose. Alert the airports and the surf shops.
Sorry, Inspector. I mean, Hawaiian pizza. Your blood stain is a pizza sauce.
Pizza? Moo! You fool! Forget the surf shops. Get on to the Italian embassy. This has mafia written all over it.
Nah, Inspector, if you don't mind, I'd like to speak to your witnesses. And in the meantime, perhaps you should try and get your priest back. Madame Collard, Mr. Stobart, I assume. Can I buy you chaps a coffee?
Langham sounded a little more on the ball. Maybe he'd bring a dose of common sense to the case.
Sir, Inspector Nave brought me up to speed and told me about you guys.
I can guess what he said. But what's your interest in the robbery?
I've been tracking a gang of art thieves for some time, and this looked like a good lead. But Nave is worse than useless. I was hoping you might be able to help.
We're flattered.
Just doing our jobs.
We all are, or at least trying to. So, maybe we can help each other. I gather you insured the exhibition.
That's right, and we're liable to lose a packet.
Any leads so far?
Maybe. There's a Russian guy called Madovsky who turns out to be the owner of the painting.
Madovsky?
You know him?
Oligarch, oil, art, aluminium. Ex-KGB. Very nasty. You need to be careful. Madovsky's dangerous. He kills anyone who gets in his way.
For a cop, Langham seemed okay. Trouble with doing deals with cops, there's usually a payback down the line. But I figured that'd be a price worth paying to bring down Madovsky. We found evidence that links Madovsky to the company that installed the security at the gallery.
Interesting.
And one of his men, guy called Shears, was in Paris on the day of the robbery.
Really?
We also found a letter from someone called Gainan wanting to buy the painting from Madovsky.
Gainan? The name rings a bell? Did you find anything else about him?
No, we were in a hurry.
What about the priest?
Ah, the good Father Simeon. Well, something spooked him, that's for sure.
So I gather.
He kept saying La Maledizio was evil.
Perhaps he's right. It certainly caused evil, hasn't it? I'll take leads from anyone, Mr. Stobart, even a crazy priest. Let's keep in touch. Thank you for your help. Coffee's on me, or rather, on Interpol. Miss Collard, Mr. Stobart.
So, George, what do you think?
Interesting. He seems to be on top of things.
I agree.
You know, Nico, this could start getting dangerous.
You think Langham's right about Madovsky?
Well, he appears to be on the ball.
I thought he was cute.
He was English, Nico. They're all cute to you.
Hidden depths, too.
Oh, yeah? Well, what about my hidden depths?
You showed me those long ago, George. Well, I'm off home to write up the story so far. You?
I need to pay Bijou another visit. She's not been completely honest with me.
Okay. Be right back. Okay. Where are we going? Bijon's, aren't we? Yep, Bijou's apartment.
Bijou had told me she didn't have anything to do with the business.
She lied.
But Lane said the opposite. One of them was lying.
Buzz.
Bijou, it's George again. The air was heavy with incense and alcohol. Reminded me of the old alma mater. What happened?
George, please help me. I'm lost.
Oh, okay.
There was a smashed record on the floor.
Oh, help me. You must help me.
What's wrong, Bijou?
I can't play our song. I've lost Henri and now our song.
You mean the record? How did it happen?
I stumbled and trod on it by mistake.
What song was it, Bijou?
I'm lost without it. Lost, lost.
The name of the song, Bijou.
Jasmine. It was our song.
I'll see what I can do. Lane tells me you've got the provenance, that you did all the paperwork for the gallery.
Oh dear, my head is going round and round and round.
Bijou, I need to know.
All the papers are in the safe, in the gallery office. Stop asking all these questions.
Bijou, where's the key to the safe?
Henri? You're not Henri. I'm keeping the key just like Henri asked.
Could I borrow that key, please?
Oh, I need my tune. Nothing else matters.
I couldn't get any sense out of her in that state. I had to find a way to get the safe key. Who sang the song?
My darling Henri, of course. You got to number 2 in the Swedish charts. I was so proud. Get me another one, George. Oh, please tell me you will.
I guess I can try.
Oh, you're a darling.
I felt terrible. I was anything but a darling. All I was really after was the key to the safe. Look, Bijou, I brought Henri's glasses.
Oh, Henri, what will I do without you? Please help me.
Bijou looked agitated and very drunk. There was no record on the turntable.
Okay.
The small stuffed dog had pride of place on the table. Its little face reminded me of Henri. Its coat even matched his hair. Some dogs really do look like their owners. Stealing a flower from a corpse. How low had I sunk? Henri looked very much at peace. I have nothing new to tell, Nico.
Right, so Alex Langham, a suave, general Englishman. Langham works for the art division of Interpol. He is intelligent, well educated and charming, certainly not someone who's going to be sidelined by Inspector Nave on this case. Oh god, hello, we got more here. George Stobart, easygoing, warm-hearted, interpied. George is boundlessly enthusiastic with an intense curiosity that's forever getting him into trouble. Not for him a career in family law firm. A vacation in Paris years ago turned into a love affair with the city and a roller coaster adventure with Nico. Nico Collard. Photojournalist Nico is streetwise, sassy, shrewd. She doesn't suffer fools gladly, but she appreciates honesty and courage, and she's on the side of anyone who wants to fight corruption or make a stand for the little guy. Most of all, she's like anyone who can laugh in adversary, and that's George to a T. Henri. Oh, excuse me. 50-something, flamboyant and far-out gallery owner. Henri still thinks he's 25 and dazzling Labella's femmes at art school. He has grand ambitions to turn La Lézard Bleue into the coolest gallery in Paris. Some hope. Because poor Henri is not just frayed, passy and totally lacking in taste, he's also a stony broke. And now dead. Father Simeon is no art critic, nor is he a La Lézard Bleue by accident. He has been drawn down there by one of the paintings, La Malédiction, a painting which he believes to be the work of the devil. Simeon speaks in riddles and is clearly stressed. Is this elderly priest to be trusted, or is he just a crazed contrapacist? Lane. Oh, we've read Lane. Calamure the waiter, sardonic owner of La Tricolore. Gallimer has modelled his Gallic philosophy and gravelly voice on his heroes of the French New Wave cinema, or depriving his prejudiced clientele from whom he views with contempt. He maintains a shrewd knowledge of who's doing what in the neighbourhood. Reinebacher. He is George's slave in driving boss at Paris Mutual Insurance. He believes that paying out on a claim is an admission of failure. He also distracts George for all his wacko lifists. cheese-eating sympathies and suspects he may even vote socialist. You're not going native on me now, are you, George? Okay. Moo. Moo first appeared in Broken Sword 1, Shadow of the Templars, as sidekick to Inspector Rosso. That was it. Slow-witted, pedantic, upright. Moo is absolutely and relentlessly loyal to his superiors, and in Moo's eyes, Inspector Nave can do no wrong. So, Inspector Auguste Nave. So, Augustus Nave was a child protege, top-scoring graduate at France's finest police academy. He knows everything but has done nothing. Ridiculously quick to judge, he eventually draws the wrong conclusion at any crime scene, always preferring a completed solution to an easy answer. A brilliant mind but totally clueless. Then we got Ronnie. Ronnie is Nico's gruff, humorless editor at La Liberté. He's an old-school bully. There's only one thing he hates more than a woman reporter, and that's a woman reporter with a camera. If Nico's going to get the front page story, she'll have to find a way around her boss. Okay, so... Right. How does that help me? And look, or do you think might have something obscure as a song from the 70s? Ah, so we need to go and see Bassam. So back to Vera.
I arrived back at the shopping arcade.
I don't think I'd be back here. Ah, got my foot stuck.
Hey, Bassam, how's business?
Good to see you, George. Gotta say, the new branding's hitting the demographic right between the eyes.
Sold anything?
This is a soft market, George. Look to the margins. Look to the margins.
What's your latest bargain?
Bargain? I prefer the word incentivizer, George. Look at the store. Something for everyone, and everything for someone.
Any other bargains?
Got a batch of phone covers.
Let me guess. Rhinestones?
Got it in one.
I've still got the cockroach.
Don't let it loose around here, please.
I didn't think there was much point.
Thank you.
I had a closer look at Bassam's stock.
Check it out, George. I've had quite a stock update, and I've got to say the metrics on some of this stuff is startling.
Pots, books, greetings card, sandwich, bread.
There was a stack of books, but all in Greek from the looks of it. They looked interesting. A stack of those cards that play music when you open them.
George, what can I do for you?
Does one of your cards play the song Jasmine?
Sounds familiar. Let me check the database. I think that's by the Hairy Lobsters.
Bassam certainly knew his stock.
Aha! Here it is.
How much?
It's yours, if you mention my shop to 3 other people.
Done. Thanks. Any other bargains?
Not since you last asked.
Thank you.
It played the Jasmine tune.
Now to go back to Bijou.
Bijou, it's George again.
Buzz.
It was the pair of glasses I'd taken from Henri's statue. That would be... How about this card? It plays the tune.
How so? Oh, how wonderful. Dance with me, Henri.
Bijou?
Henri? Oh, you're not Henri. Oh, Henri, just dance with me.
I found myself at Bijou's well-equipped dressing table. A picture of Henri had pride of place.
Okay, so...
That wouldn't work. I added Henri's glasses. I looked more and more like a gallery owner.
Right.
Time to bring Henri back to life. Henri had more facial hair than me. I needed a brown goatee. Hairbrush. I prefer a comb myself. I didn't want it on my eyes, but perhaps a slight dusting. My hair was now the same color as Henri's. Looking good, but not quite there yet. I needed to flower power my outfit. I needed a better idea. I added Henri's flower to my buttonhole. The jasmine definitely gave me that perfect hippie vibe. It was working, but I needed something else. I daubed some rouge on my cheeks. I grabbed a strip. Prepare for wax. My hair was now brown. That wouldn't work. Hairbrush. I prefer a comb myself. There wasn't enough hair in the brush. It was blonde, too. Henri and I had a similar build, but how could I disguise my classic Stobart good looks? For starters, Henri had more facial hair than me. How about a little blue? I was already flushed. My hair was already covered in this stuff. Lots of cotton buds, always handy for oiling machinery. I wondered if red was my color. I looked nothing like Henri. I decided to clean my face and start again.
Right.
Getting there, but I needed a little more. Henri had more facial hair than me.
So
I needed a brown goatee.
Right.
I added Henri's glasses. I looked more and more like a gallery owner.
Right.
I needed...
So...
I added Henri's flower. The jazz... It
Right.
was working, but I needed something else.
Back up a minute.
Sorry, little fella. I'll see you in Rio. The wax strip was now full of brown dog hairs.
Right.
Getting there, Henri... I needed a With my mouth firmly closed, I added the wax strip to my upper lip. Instant goatee. It was hard to see.
Right.
I added Henri. I looked more and more. Getting there, I need... I added Henri's... The jasmine definitely gave me that perfect hippie vibe. It was working, but I needed something else. I had the outfit exactly, but I needed something extra to ensnare the senses.
Ah.
I added Henri's Brett to my disguise, made my eyes water. There. As I looked into the mirror, I saw Henri looking back at me.
Henri, there you are, you naughty boy. Dance with me, my little roll mop. I've missed you.
With pleasure, chérie.
Oh, Henri, isn't this wonderful? Just like old times.
Oh dear. Huh?
Cruising down a highway.
It's like I've disguised myself as him to try and snap her out of it and get her to give me this key.
Didn't I promise? Here it is, sweetie.
But he got shot in a art theft. She's too drunk to realise that it's not her husband that she's dancing with. And now she's out cold.
And besides, I wanted to get my hands on that letter of provenance.
Poor Bijou.
I was surprised to see Father Simeon at the cafe.
George, a moment, if you please.
Is everything all right, Father?
No, my son. Not at all. Great evil is upon
Yeah.
us. That sketch you showed me in the gallery, the study from La Maledictio, it showed an image hidden inside the Ouroboros. A dangerous image.
Dangerous?
The symbol represents a heresy, an object that the Gnostics call the tabula veritatis.
The tablet of truth?
It is a tablet of lies, a tool of Lucifer.
Tell me more about this tabula veritatis.
It is an artifact capable of undoing the whole of creation. It was smuggled out of the Holy Land millennia ago and brought to Europe by the Cathars, an evil Gnostic cult. In 1209, the Church launched a glorious crusade in the Cathar heartlands of southern France. We wiped out almost all the Cathars, and with them, the evil that is Gnosticism. My order, the Dominicans, were formed at that time to seek out and eradicate any remaining Gnostics. But we failed in our primary objective. We did not find the tabula veritatis. We presumed it lost, but the painting suggests it is still in Gnostic hands.
How is La Maledictio connected to all this?
I believe it contains clues that point to the location of the tablet. Clues constructed for a Gnostic to solve. If someone were to decrypt the painting and find the tabula veritatis, who knows what evil would be unleashed upon the world.
So, you're suggesting that this image of the tabula veritatis is hidden in the Ouroboros on the painting?
It is obvious now. The Ouroboros is a symbol of the Gnostics, and the tree it contained symbolized knowledge, hidden Gnostic knowledge.
Were the Cathars all killed?
All that came forward to fight, but like a weed, their roots were deep. We did not fully destroy their evil.
I still don't get why the Gnostics are so evil.
They see God as simply the creator of the physical world, and revere Lucifer as the lord of the spiritual realm.
Wow. What's so terrible about this tablet? What does it do?
Like Lucifer himself, the Gnostics could be anywhere. We must talk somewhere more private.
Thank you, Father. That was some story.
Be careful. Guard this knowledge. There are those who would do anything to find the tabula.
Please excuse me. I have to get back to the gallery.
I will remain here and follow you when no one is looking. I have more I must tell you.
I had to get into the gallery and find the provenance, but I was really looking forward to hearing what else Father Simeon had to tell me. The door was locked. The gallery looked totally empty. The office looked quiet. That was never going to happen. The keys to the gallery and, with luck, the safe.
Oh. Never mind then.
Time to look in the safe. I opened the compartment again. The ring had an inscription. Henri and Bijou forever. Huh. Henri had bought Bijou a big diamond ring. I had a feeling the ring would be useful. A note was attached to the front of a document wallet. It read, Sherry, this should do the trick. Your darling Wilfie. Now why would Hobbs be sending romantic little notes to Bijou? That had to be the elusive Provenance. It clearly stated that Medovsky was the owner, but I'd learned never to take things at face value. I had to take a closer look at this. At first glance, the Provenance looked authentic, but something wasn't right. A list of previous owners all the way back to the 30s. A letterhead from a fancy London auction house and Lane's signature. It certainly looked the part. The sketch was drawn on similar paper to the Provenance. The coffee cup stains matched exactly, as did the tear. The Provenance must have been created by Hobbs. It was a fake, which meant Medovsky wasn't the true owner. I had to get out there and find out what happened. The diamond ring was just what I needed to cut through the glass.
Oh no.
Father?
Gnostics. You must stop them.
Who did this, Simeon?
Don't let them. The tablet. They are going to raise the devil. Lucifer himself.
Those were his last words. First Henri, now Simeon. Who was behind this? And what was Simeon trying to tell me? Simeon had been carrying a scan of an old manuscript with a covering note. Both were written in Latin. It was a photocopy of an old Latin text. Although a bit rusty, my Latin was still up to the job. It read, "And thus spoke the accused. In this ritual we find succor. Clad in blue, the perfecti take the form of the spiritual and look towards the rising sun, toward the tree of knowledge. Clad in green, the credentes look the other way, towards the setting sun, where stands the tree of life. And all shall know that the light of knowledge is blue, and that the light of life is green. For thus was the light of Eden, both blue and green, intertwined with the light of man to become pure. Pure light, white light, pure light will win. So it was written in the old texts, affirmed by the Tabula Veritatis. And these were the accused's last words. It was powerful stuff. I wondered how it connected to La Maledictio. Fortunately, I hadn't forgotten the Latin I'd learned at school. The note read, "The Tabula Veritatis only appears in one file. The Inquisition into Heretical Depravity by Mrs Gameryt, AD 1376. Scan attached." The note was signed by the Vice Prefect of the Vatican Archives. Simeon must have done some digging after he recognized the symbol on Hobbs's sketch.
My God, what have you done?
Huh? I know this looks like...
Like you've been caught red-handed?
Excuse me.
Josh, something terrible has happened at the apartment.
Nico, hang on.
Lane, it's not what it looks like.
Murdering a priest, Stobart? Is there no end to your depravity?
It's a simple misunderstanding. Look, I need to go. I'll be at Nico's apartment. Nico!
In here. Oh, hi, George.
I thought you were being attacked.
When I arrived, there was someone here. He rushed me, knocked me down.
Did you get a look at him?
No, it happened so quick, and then he was gone.
What a mess. This blood. Where's Marquez?
I don't know. He must be badly hurt. Or dead.
Not another killing.
What do you mean?
I just came from the gallery. Father Simeon's been shot.
My God! Who did it?
I don't know. But before he died, he begged me to stop the Gnostics from raising the devil.
The devil? Whoever's doing the killing, George. It's certainly not him.
Okay, but who? Simeon and Marquez were both attacked at the same time. Just what are we up against?
I don't know. But whoever came here was looking for something. The place has been ransacked. I'm going to clean up. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, I'll take a look around. There was still quite a bloodstain. I really hoped that Marquez was all right. There'd clearly been a struggle. Marquez must have put up quite a fight. I spotted something in the mess. It was Marquez's family photo.
Oh.
Marquez wouldn't have intentionally left the photo behind. The chair had been knocked over in the fight, but there was something glinting underneath.
There we go.
It was Marquez's medallion. Signs of a struggle. I couldn't leave now. The sofa was a real mess, but there was something between the cushions.
Oh, okay.
It was one of the photographs that Nico had taken during the robbery. It showed a section of La Maledicción. Marquez had written on it. Marquez had scribbled the word Sans across the photograph. I wonder what he meant. Marquez had circled one of the figures and written Judas. I wondered if he was identifying him as Judas Iscariot. Back in Bible class, Judas was definitely one of the bad guys. Marquez had circled one of the figures in the tower and identified her as Magdalena. That had to mean Mary Magdalene.
Hey, George, you find anything?
Marquez's medallion. And one of your photos of the robbery. Marquez scribbled all over it. I think he was trying to work something out in the painting. Simeon must have been right. The painting is some kind of map.
We should... Hold on, my phone. Hello? Oui?
This is Inspector Navet. I am looking for the American, Monsieur Stobart. Are you with him?
Yes, he's right here.
Mon Dieu! Stay calm, madame. Where exactly are you?
In my neighbor's apartment. But why do you...
Do not worry. I am just moments away. Be very careful. He is armed and highly dangerous.
But he seems so charming.
Trust me, madame. The leopard never changes his stripes.
That was Nave. You're in big trouble.
Lane saw me with Simeon's body. He set me up for sure.
Well, Neva is on his way, and he'll be here any moment.
We have to go, Nico, now.
Down the back stairs. We'll go through Fleur's shop.
Ah, there you are. Right on time.
Sorry, Fleur, but we can't stop.
Suit yourself.
Damn it. Sergeant Moo is outside the door. He's talking to someone.
Oh no, it's Adam.
Who?
My neighbor.
Ah, the pug lover with the trashed apartment.
That's the one.
Hey, Fleur. Great to see you again. You were expecting us?
30 more seconds and you would have been caught. Charged with the murder of a priest.
Whoa. How do you know about that?
News travels fast through the ether, Georges. Take this.
What do I do with a ball of yarn? Bribe Moo with a nice Aran sweater?
You will find the way. Now, excuse me. I think it's time you planned your escape.
Oh, hi, Adam.
Hi, Nico. They say I can't go up to my apartment.
Oh, really? I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why too. Yeah, I'm George, by the way.
Adam, I live in the apartment next to Nico.
I know. I mean, how interesting.
Fleur, can I sit here for a while until the police let me back in?
By all means.
So what now?
You take a look around. I'll see if there's a way to get past Moo.
Okay. What have I... Oh, I've got a lot of stuff in my inventory. Adam...
Hey there, Adam.
Oh, hey, George. What can I do for you?
Do you know what's going on with the police?
No, they wouldn't tell me.
Good. I mean, strange.
It's annoying. I'm really tired. It was a long drive.
Oh, been anywhere interesting?
I've just come back from a coin fair. It was mega.
Well, that's fascinating. So, tell me more about this coin fair.
It's Europe's biggest. So much to see.
I bet. Do you know Nico well?
No, not really.
Good. I mean, good for you. What are you listening to?
My meditation music. Crashing waves and trickling forest streams.
So, what do you think of this coin?
Oh my god, that's a platinum 12 ruble.
It is? I mean, yeah, of course it is. You know, it's gonna be a rough day, Adam. Why don't you keep the coin?
Are you serious? I'll get my pal Stefan to value it. His coin shop's just around the corner.
Hey, maybe you could use the money to redecorate your apartment.
But it doesn't need redecorating.
That's a matter of opinion. The CD was already playing. The lid wouldn't open while the disc was playing. I stopped the disc. Ocean Dreamscapes. Just what I needed with the day I was having. Those might come in handy. Simeon's notes were related to the town.
Oh.
Whatever.
Nothing.
Fleur's classics were blaring out into the street. Fleur, do you mind if I change the music?
Good idea.
The sound of lapping waves was affecting mood, but I was going to need something more to open the floodgates. Sorry to bust in on you like this, Fleur.
Don't worry, George. I knew you were coming.
You did? So what else do you know?
There's a 36% chance of rain.
You've known Nico a while. What flowers does she like?
Yellow. No, wait. Yes. Yellow, definitely.
I gave the trolley a push. Fleur certainly kept her bearings well greased.
Georges, what are you doing?
I'm not sure yet, but there may be a plan forming. I hope Moo didn't spot me.
Go ahead, George. Take a few.
Thanks. I got you some beautiful tulips.
That's sweet, George. But I'm not a big fan of yellow flowers.
Oh, but Fleur said...
Fleur doesn't know everything.
Oh, typical. It didn't work. I wasn't sure that would be useful.
So, Fleur, back in the days of Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, Fleur ran a flower store. George described her as a cheery old soul, the kind you cross the street to avoid. Now she's got her own flower shop, from where she watches the world go by. Generous and surprisingly helpful, she likes to dabble with fortune-telling. And then we got Adam, is Nico's neighbour, with a passion for coin collecting and pugs, like everything in an order. He is in for quite a shock when he finds his flat turned out and a pool of blood on his floor. Okay, so let's have a look. So... hang on, no, I've already... no, okay. Right. Examine the boxes.
There were boxes stacked along the wall. They were all labeled. Florist's foam, flower food, ribbon, pee-pee, bouquet labels. Pee-pee? My curiosity was aroused. It was a plastic statue.
Careful with that. It's just come in. Special order.
What is it?
A replica mannequin piece. Fill it with water, pop in some batteries, and watch it go tinkle.
Very tasteful.
Right. That.
I slotted the battery into the mannequin. A jaunty series of LEDs lit up around the figure. I poured the whiskey into the mannequin. Sláinte, wee man, sláinte.
Put that in there.
I placed the statue in the trolley and switched on the waterworks. The mannequin cheerfully sprayed a stream of golden whiskey. Nice. Okay, that's Moo out of the way. Let's go, Nico.
Where?
To see Bijou. She's been telling me a crock of lies since day one, and right now, I want the truth.
So you're telling me that Bijou and Hobbs were having an affair?
Yeah, so, she's got some explaining to do. Bijou, I need to talk to you.
Can't it wait? You're such a sore head.
No, it really can't. In the daylight, and without the fog of incense, the apartment looked even weirder.
George, how delightful to see you.
May I present my friend Nico?
George and I go way back.
Oh, really? Well, don't worry, my dear. I won't steal him, though he is rather a cutie.
Bijou, we're here to clear up a few points, if you don't mind. How are you, Bijou?
I have the teeniest of headaches, chérie. It always happens when I sleep in the afternoon.
I figured it was the champagne before the nap that had done the damage. I need you to be honest with me, Bijou. Hobbs appears to know you very well. I saw a sketch of you in his portfolio.
Must have been a study for a painting.
Are you sure there's nothing else?
Quite sure.
Did you know that the provenance was fake?
For la malédiction? I had no idea.
Lane said you had him approve it.
Silly fool is getting confused again.
This is a note from Hobbs that I found in your safe.
How did you get access to that? How dare you?
Bijou, you gave me the keys.
I did? Oh, my head. I don't remember. We didn't do anything else, did we, Georges?
The note is addressed to you, so Lane was telling the truth. You were in charge of the paperwork.
Oh, so what if I was? That's not illegal?
The note from Hobbs makes it quite clear that you knew him rather well.
Oh, all right, I did.
So, you lied to me. So you had the provenance made. You knew it was fake.
I'm not admitting anything.
I believe this is for you.
A diamond ring? What has that to do with me?
A gift for you, from Henri.
Henri bought me so many expensive things. He never needed to.
I think Henri asked Medovsky for more money so that he could buy you that ring.
And maybe that's the reason he was shot.
Nico.
No, hon. She's right. Henri always felt he had to fight to keep me. Truth is, I love them both. Wilf and Henri. And now Henri is dead because of me. Go ahead. Ask your questions. I promise I will tell the truth this time.
So, you and Hobbs are lovers?
We have been ever since 75. Henri never knew about it. They were in a band together back then.
So you were unfaithful to Henri right from the start.
It was never cheating. I loved them both.
So you had Hobbs fake the provenance so that Lane would approve it for the insurance?
Wilf passed it to me, and I persuaded Lane to sign it. He never knew it was a fake. Wilf is brilliant at what he does.
So what was Medovsky's role in all this?
It was all his idea. He'd had an offer on La Malédiction from someone. So Wilf put Medovsky in touch with me and Henri. He wanted to cash in on both the sale and the insurance. He set up the security company to deal with the robbery. I've been such a fool. Henri was never supposed to die.
I know you didn't mean for that to happen.
Wilf called me yesterday trying to comfort me. He said he would take care of me, that he had plans.
Does that mean he has the painting?
Yes. He joked about a secret place. Something about the original being behind my behind. I didn't understand.
Thanks, Bijou. You've been very helpful.
You know, I had the strangest dream earlier. Henri was here, and we danced together again. Such bliss.
That must have been wonderful. Anyway, thanks again for your time, and... Nico, I think it's time we went to London.
George, do you have something you need to tell me?
No. Can't think of anything right now. But let's go, shall we? So in the end, Hobbs was at the heart of the whole scam.
All we have to do now is find the painting.
Yeah, then we blow everything open and nail Medovsky.
I get that front page story.
And I get to clear my name, and keep my job.
So much for your devil-worshipping Gnostics, George.
Well, you know me. Nothing
Oh my
I
god,
like
I
more
just
than a good
realised what
conspiracy.
that building is in the background. Battersea Power Station.
Hold on a second.
What's the matter?
This chain. It's from the gate.
So?
It's been forced.
A break-in?
Or maybe a breakout? Hobbs escaping from Lady Piermont?
Maybe. But this doesn't feel right.
Hey, Nico, take a look at this.
Do you think someone used it to force the gate?
Possibly. But their loss is our gain. You never know when you're going to need a crowbar. That wasn't worth trying. I decided to leave. A blast on the horn had worked last. Ominous. One Mississippi, two Mississippi, three Mississippi. No Hobbs.
Out cold, probably.
That was a mean-looking seagull. I needed to get closer. Hey, Nico. This drain pipe looks climbable.
Are you mad?
Hey, get out of here.
Seagull problems, George?
That's one nasty bird. Hey, Nico.
What, Josh?
Do me a favor and honk the horn.
No problem.
The crane was rusted solid. I'd need more force to free it. Hey, Nico.
What, Josh?
Nico, could you honk the horn again?
Sure. Be careful, George.
Wait there, Nico. I'll come and let you in. Something isn't right.
We'd better be careful.
Whoa. You'd better come and take a look at this.
Mon Dieu. It's a Manet.
Oh, no, it's not. It's a Hobbs. In the style of Manet. Or, as the experts prefer to call it, a forged Manet. Hobbs isn't just a restorer. He's a full-blown forger.
Oh, that must be...
You. Hobbs is good. You look very pretty.
And that's you. Oh my, you look very...
Violated.
Yes. Is that Lady Piermont?
Yes.
Is she
Yep.
in your...
Yeah.
Oh, so all along we were just modeling for a forgery.
Forgery. Terrific, huh? I can add it to my murder rap. Let's just pretend this never happened, okay?
Thanks, Josh. That was really starting to annoy me.
I decided that some lighting might help. The fuse box buzzed slightly, but nothing happened. I guessed the lighting circuit had gone.
George, be careful. Hope said those circuits were old.
Yeah, I think I'll leave the lights off. There were no freezing Lady Piermonts to placate.
What are you doing?
I'm not exactly sure yet. Locked. Nico?
Yes?
Any ideas?
Something doesn't feel right. Why leave the music on?
Hobbs is probably passed out drunk.
We need to get upstairs and find out.
Oh, wait, how?
A metal strip had been welded to the door frame, specifically to stop anyone levering the door open. The door would...
Oh, wait a minute.
That should do the trick.
So what now?
Let's see what Hobbs keeps tucked away up here.
So this is Hobbs's lair.
Not exactly the penthouse suite, is it? Nico.
What is it?
Hobbs's answer phone, and he's got messages.
Let's hear them.
You have 2 messages. Message 1.
Hobbs, Medovsky here. I'm at the airport. I have to be quick. My flight leaves shortly, and
Final call for passengers for flight BA470 to Barcelona.
it is a shame that you would like to be released from our agreement. It was mutually lucrative. But if that is your wish, I respect it. I shall send my men around to tie up any loose ends. Take care, my friend.
Message 2. Hello, darling. It's Bijou. Look, sweetie, but I'm going to have to put our little plans on hold. I've spoken to that insurance man and his girlfriend and told them pretty much everything. I want to be with you, Willie, but Henri's murder, you know. Bon voyage, my love. A bientôt. You have no more messages.
Wow.
So Bijou knew about everything. At least she was faithful to Henri in the end. And what if Madovsky's guy got here first?
What if Madovsky's guy's still here? Strange. Hey, Nico, come and take a look at this. This painting. There's something familiar about it.
It's a woman's buttocks, George.
I know that, but I recognize it. Know what? I think it's Bijou.
I don't want to know how you know that, George. But didn't
What?
she say the painting was hidden behind her behind?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So maybe.
Oh.
Damn it, it's screwed into the wall. I wouldn't like to try and clean anything in this sink.
Thankfully, I don't think you'll have to.
Who knows what useful objects this cupboard might hold?
Don't get too excited, George.
Well, looky here. A useful bottle of Diet Cola. You never know when you might need a Diet Cola. Oh no.
What's up?
Nico?
Oh no, Hobbs! Is he?
Dead? Sure looks that way.
Poor guy.
He's been strangled. You know, maybe Simeon was right. It seems like anyone who gets close to this painting dies.
The painting didn't kill him, George. This is all about money.
Whoever did this was a professional. We need to be careful. Dead man's mints. No law against taking them.
You have no shame, George.
Hobbs had been strangled. Hobbs had got in way over his head and paid the price. Hobbs had got in way over... The skylight was leaking. Hobbs had been using the bucket to catch the water. Take a look at this. Someone's cut out a painting from this frame in a hurry. The canvas left around the frame looks just like La Maledictio.
If that was La Maledictio, then someone's beaten us to it.
But remember how Bijou said the original was hidden?
You're right.
And Hobbs is a master forger.
Then whoever stole this one has got themselves a genuine Hobbs fake.
And the original should still be around here, hidden somewhere. A beautiful scene.
Come on, Georges. We need to get going.
I had no reason to go back downstairs. Apart from some old pipework, the cupboard was empty. Another Hobbs masterpiece. It was a beautiful... The mechanism was for opening and closing the skylight. It looked corroded. Nico, come and take a look at this. Looks like Hobbs has been busy. A map of Catalonia, sketches and notes on the painting.
Do you think Hobbes was looking for this tabula veritatis?
I think Hobbs was a lot cleverer than he seemed. It looks like a sketch of a figure from La Maledictio.
I guess Hobbes was mining it for clues.
I wondered what Hobbs was looking for on a map of Catalonia. It's the tree from the painting, the one with all the people in it.
Very creepy.
A photograph of some kind of human pyramid. It's from an article about Castel Català.
It's Catalan, I think. Catalan Castle.
Hobbs linked it to his sketch of the human pyramid from the painting. Another Ouroboros. Looks like Hobbs picked the painting apart for clues.
There must be something here that shows us where the tablet is.
Okay, so this is the human pyramid from the painting.
Look, Hobbs has highlighted Castel again.
And he connected the two. So this pyramid could be a castel. Something was familiar about this part of the painting. Marquez was interested in this sketch as well. It's scribbled all over it.
It must be important.
The city of Berga. The city of Trent. The city of Barcelona. I knew that one at least. The city of Tarragona. Town of Lampolla. Castel de Monson. Castel de Balaguer. Castel de Galifa. Castel de Rubi. Castel de Pubol. Castel del Mongri. I didn't really know what I was looking for, but I was sure there was a clue there somewhere. Castel del Sants. I think Sants means saints.
That's what Marquez wrote on the photo.
So that would make a Castel del Sants a tower of saints.
Like in the painting. This must be the clue.
Castel de Tosas. Castel de Montardo. Castel de Gurp. Looked like we got all we could from that map. I'm not a great fan of still life.
An acquired taste, perhaps.
Another Hobbs masterpiece. Ooh, this one's a bit dull, don't you think?
It's supposed to be still life, George.
Washing brush. This is a true masterpiece.
A fake masterpiece, you mean?
I'd already listened to the end. The sofa was a wreck. Hobbs's sandals lay on the floor. Another Hobbs masterpiece. It was a still life. This one's really strange.
It's an abstract, George.
Of course it is. Isn't this beautiful?
It is, George, but we have things to do.
picture.
It was a rather intimate portrait of Bijou's behind. It was a rather intimate... I dropped the mints into the cola and quickly tightened the cap again. That was never going to happen.
La Maledizione.
We found it!
Amazing.
You're sure it's the real thing?
Well, I'm no expert, but yeah, it must be.
Look, in the middle.
It's the same face that Hobbs drew on his sketch, and the same symbol cut into his forehead.
He must have uncovered it when he was cleaning the painting. But I wonder why a tree was originally painted over it.
Like Simeon said, hidden Gnostic secrets. One thing is certain, this one is the original.
Which means whoever cuts the painting from that easel has a copy.
And I'll bet my bottom dollar it doesn't have the hidden image in the Ouroboros.
I guess this pretty much ties up the investigation, George.
Yeah. Should be enough to get Nave off my back.
In the end, it was all about money.
And greed. Medovsky wanted to sell the painting and claim the insurance.
And he didn't care how many people he killed along the way. So what now? Hand over everything to the police?
I guess so. With what we found out, Langham should have no trouble picking up Medovsky in Spain. I do wonder what that secret map points to.
You still think the evil Gnostics are behind it all?
I don't know. But I do have questions that haven't been answered.
Such as?
Well, what do those symbols on the painting mean? What was Marquez really up to? Why was the sign of the Tabula Veritatis hidden under layers of paint?
And why is the building on fire?
And what did... Did you see fire? We need to get out of here. Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time. That wouldn't make... The mechanism for the skylight was slightly... An open skylight looked like our ticket out of here. It would have made a cool grappling hook, but then I realized the yarn wasn't strong enough to carry my weight. The mechanism for the skylight was old and corroded.
Dust sheet.
Tying the sheet to the crowbar made a halfway decent grappling hook. This should help us get out of here. After you, Nico. Terrific. Out of the fire into the frying pan.
Wait, Georges! Isn't that...
Langham? Oh, thank God. Hey, Langham!
Langham! Help! We're up here!
Quick. Round here.
Why didn't he help us?
I don't know. Maybe because he started the fire. Because he wanted to kill us.
Why?
I have no idea.
You think he can cops?
Could be. Maybe Simeon too.
So who is he? And who does he really work for?
I don't know. But I do know one thing. This is not over.
Georges, do you hear that?
London's finest. Now you be nice to the firemen.
So what now?
Now, we go to Spain in search of the Castel del Sans and the Tabula Veritatis. Nico and I had thought the adventure was over. Actually, we'd only just started. Nothing was what it seemed. On a trail of corruption and greed, we'd stumbled upon a murderous conspiracy. A conspiracy whose roots lay in mysteries older than the written word. We didn't really have any choice. Catalonia, the foothills of the Pyrenees. After a short flight and a long drive, Nico and I arrived at Castel del Sans.
Wait for the
Back in
cutscene
London,
to be
we tracked
over.
down La Maledicción, and it started to unravel its secrets. The painting was a coded map to the location of the Tabula Veritatis, an ancient artifact which Father Simeon had claimed could raise the devil, and for which he and others had already been murdered. We had to find the tabula before the killers. We knew they would stop at nothing. Let's just hope we got here before the bad guys.
Seems quiet enough.
Looks like nobody's been here for years.
Must have been a beautiful place, once upon a time. You think the tabula is really going to be here?
Somewhere, if we can just decode the painting. Well, looks deserted.
Deserted? I don't think so.
Did you see who it was?
No, the sun was in my eyes.
Looks like somebody's beating us to it.
But who? Medovsky?
Langham?
Whoever it is, we need to get in there.
All right. You make a diversion. I'll try and reach some cover. And be careful.
Are you kidding? You're the one who's going to get shot. Parts of the wall had fallen down. Climbing over the wall would not have been a great idea. On its own, the map wasn't going to fool anyone. On its own. helmet on a pole? Always useful. I just hope this works. Are you ready?
Can't wait.
Go!
Oh no. I'd made it without getting shot, but I sure didn't feel lucky. Somehow I had to distract the shooter again, and this time I was on my own. With a ghost from the past giving me an evil stare.
Oh dear, it's the same goat. Stubborn, woolly, frustrating and proudly Catalan goat. Not unlike his Irish counterpart.
Good goat. No.
Ouch. Munch.
Hey, that's mine. The goat had eaten Hobbs' carefully crafted provenance.
Oh, great.
Look what I got for you, little fella. That wouldn't work. A pile of apples had just been laid on a sheet, just out of the goat's reach. Now then, old fella, you don't mind if I move your tire, do ya? No. I needed the cookie to feed Trevor.
Okay.
Call me a hoarder, but I wasn't giving that to the goat. The old car was riddled with bullet holes.
Right, I want... something in the car. Of course you need to get the goat away from the car first. Goats love apples. Try to trick the goat into ramming the tree. Interact with the apple tree, then click dodge.
Oh, heck. The apples were bruised.
Okay, so...
That was never gonna happen. Go on, eat this, boy. The goat couldn't.
Right. And use one of them on the... Oh, on the bottles.
Oh boy, you're gonna love this. I distracted the goat, but it wouldn't take him long to eat that apple.
Why can I smell apples? Nom 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 nom.
The goat now had a whole pile of apples to tuck into. I tossed him my last apple. I blinded the shooter. Time to make a dash for it.
Don't think I can't see you, senor. If you so much as move an inch, I shall shoot you.
Raymond. Highly suspicion, deeply penalized. He has never forgotten the day his master was murdered by the fascists, and has tended to the old house ever since. He will do anything for Tiger Marquez. Sadly, his memory is not what it was, and patience is required when conversing with him.
Senor, please! Whoever you are, hold your fire! I'm not armed!
Good. That makes it easier for me to shoot you.
My name is George Stobart. I'm a friend!
I have no friends.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. Please, put the gun down.
No. Leave now, or I shoot.
All we want is a quick look inside the Castell.
I don't believe you. You are here to kill Senor Marquez.
Senor Marquez? He's alive? Well, he'll vouch for us.
You don't fool me like that. Get out of here before I kill you.
Senor Marquez knows me, I swear.
And I know a lie when I hear one. Go now, or I shoot.
Wait! I have important information.
Vostè, venghi a me.
Do you understand what I am saying?
Try saying it and let's see.
Well, I'm George Stobart, and I come in peace. Please, put the gun down. I'm not armed.
And I'm still not hearing an explanation.
I can understand the old man being edgy, but you look like a woman who's seen the world.
Nice work. You managed to insult Ramon and me in one sentence.
Do you mind putting that down? I've had a really bad day.
Guns don't agree with you?
No, and neither do goats. I've got bruises in places that, well, you know, places.
So leave.
We're here looking for something.
Well, go look for it somewhere else. Hold it.
We were helping a man called Marquez in Paris.
He is my father.
I could see where she inherited her temperament.
Your father? Well, he's our friend.
Why should I believe you? Show me proof.
Look at this photo.
It's old. Do I care?
How about this?
What is this nonsense?
How about this?
That's not proof. Try again.
I have your father's medallion.
So you're a thief too, huh?
Look at this sketch.
I'm not interested in your old scribbles.
We tracked down his painting, La Maledictio. Look.
Where did you get this?
In London.
All right. You better come with me, but no funny business, okay?
You know, you sound just like my friend Nico.
Nico!
What's going on, Ramon? Who's out there? Some crazy American. Don't worry. Eva will deal with him.
Papa. These people want to talk to you.
Eva, I thought we agreed to shoot intruders on sight. You, how did you find me?
It wasn't easy, senor.
We thought you were dead.
You were wrong.
They've brought you something, Papa.
Can it be? At last, La Maledictio.
Well, Senor Marquez, looks like La Maledictio hangs in its right place again.
Indeed.
What?
I have waited all my life for this.
But something interesting?
No, still playing.
It is different. The face
Trying to
in the
remember
The one with the symbol
I'm
of
close
the
to the
tabula
end or not.
veritatis on it?
middle. How do you know about the tabula?
A priest told me. Said it was the devil's work.
Pah! Priests. Full of lies, every one of them.
Oh, really? Well, this priest said that the tabula was an instrument to raise the devil.
Fool. Who would want to raise the devil?
But you do want to find the tabula.
Yes, because it is a Gnostic treasure. It is special, and my duty is to keep it safe.
I was sure that Marquez still wasn't telling me the whole truth. And now?
I shall decipher the painting and find the tabula. Before she died, my mother said that once the painting hung here again, its meaning would become clear, and the route to the tabula would be revealed.
So, what's the answer? Where's the tabula?
I don't know. The room has changed.
Was there something different about the room back then?
No. Yes. I don't know. You must help me.
Well, how? I'm not a Gnostic.
Senor, you must, because soon the Russian will be here.
He knows about Castel del Sans?
I regret, senor, that in Paris I told his sidekick a little too much.
Ah, well, I guess we'd better figure this out. And fast.
I'll go and keep watch.
Shoot on sight, remember.
Well, Nico, what now?
You try and work out just why the painting has to be in this room. I'll go and see if Eva knows anything.
Whether he knew it or not, I was sure Marquez had the answers.
Okay. We'll just do that. And I think I'm going to end it there. I'm going to go and get some sleep. So, take care guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.